One of the main reasons I chose to go to Sheffield was because a few other members of my family went there, and I remember being really impressed that a lot of their friends still lived there. And when I looked into it, I realised that the retention rate of Sheffield compared to other universities is really high, so people don't just go there and love it, they also stay there afterwards. So that made me think, yeah, it's a pretty cool place to be, why not go there? In my third year at university, I did a module called CSR, so Corporate Social Responsibility, and as part of that I organised a project whereby we renovated Wyburn Community Centre and got some volunteers, got lots of things in place in order to make that happen. That module itself actually did a lot for my thinking in terms of how I wanted to go on and set up a business when I left university, and because it focused on the fact that businesses making money, running as a business, but also creating positive impacts on the environment, on everything around them. Those two factors don't have to be mutually exclusive, and so it means that every single project that I'm involved in now, the sustainability of them is at the forefront of why I set them up. As soon as I graduated, I started a graduate scheme with the National Skills Academy for Social Care, and then after a year on that I decided that I would move from social care to social media, quite different areas, but I set up my own social media agency in 2011, and now we've been running for 6 years. We're a team of 15, and we've run the social media for a load of local and national brands, including Nando's and Subaru and various other ones. I've written a series of ebooks on social media best practice and been a social media expert for some pilot TV shows and other kind of stuff like that. I've also more recently co-written a series of children's storybooks which introduce children ages 6 to 9 to enterprising role models to inspire them to want to start their own business when they grow up. And the books have gone down really well. I've taken them to Downing Street a couple of times, we've been invited to Buckingham Palace. My co-founder and I were included in Forbes 30 under 30 list of social entrepreneurs in Europe, and also earlier this year we secured sponsorship to put them into every single primary school in the United Kingdom. So they're now in all the schools and we get wonderful feedback from all the teachers, and so our goal is to replicate this in every country in the world. One thing that I miss about Sheffield is that I was in the cross country and athletics team, and so went training and competed with a really cool group of people. And also I loved that when I was doing training runs, I'd run from my house in Sheffield city centre for about 2 miles, and I was somewhere completely in the countryside with no people around, and it was just a really, really nice place to go and run and just clear your head as well.